Look, let me paint a picture and tell me if this feels uncomfortably familiar. You get paid. For about 12 hours, you feel responsible, optimistic, mature. Then life happens. Groceries cost more than expected. Your car makes a noise you don't recognize. A subscription renews that you forgot existed. And suddenly, you're staring at your bank account thinking, I swear I make decent money. Why does it still feel like I'm barely staying afloat? Because here's the thing. It doesn't feel like you're making bad decisions. You're not gambling. You're not reckless. You're just reacting. And that's the trap. Most people aren't broke because of one huge mistake. They're stuck because they never made a few small strategic moves that quietly pay them back for years. Today, we're fixing that. My name is Professor Walletstein, and I spend way too much time thinking about why people who work hard still struggle to build financial momentum. If you're someone who feels like your money disappears faster than it should, and you're not sure what you're doing wrong, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Now, fair warning, some of these will sound boring, some will sound obvious, and one or two might make you slightly uncomfortable. That's usually how you know they work.
Why one-time moves matter. Here's what most people don't realize. Your brain is terrible at understanding long-term consequences. Psychologists call this present bias. We overweight what feels good or easy right now and massively underestimate what repeats over time. That's why a $12 subscription feels harmless. A 19% interest rate feels abstract. A future problem feels optional. But according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the average household wastes $3,200 to $4,000 per year on avoidable financial inefficiencies. Not luxuries, not emergencies, just systems that were never set up correctly. These 7 moves are about fixing the system once so it pays you back over and over again. Let's start with one most people actively avoid. Move number 1. Building a small but real emergency fund. Now, you might be thinking, Professor Walletstein, everyone says this. It's basic. Yes, and basic doesn't mean optional. According to the Federal Reserve, 37% of Americans can't cover a $400 emergency without borrowing. That means one flat tire turns into credit card debt, stress, interest, and bad decisions stacked on top of bad timing. Let's do the math. If you put a $600 emergency on a credit card at 22% interest and take 2 years to pay it off, you'll pay roughly $150 to $180 in interest. Now multiply that by every emergency. Here's what most people don't realize. An emergency fund isn't about money. It's about behavior control. When you don't have cash, you panic. When you panic, you choose speed over logic. Action step. Save $1,000 as fast as possible. Park it somewhere boring. Do not invest it. Do not optimize it. This one move alone can save you thousands in interest and stress over your lifetime. Move number 2. Eliminating high-interest debt strategically once. Let's talk about debt, specifically the kind that quietly bleeds you. Credit cards, personal loans, anything above 15%. Here's a stat that should make you uncomfortable. According to Experian, the average American with credit card debt carries $6,000 plus at an average interest rate above 20%. That means you're paying $1,200 per year just to stand still. Think of interest like a treadmill that speeds up every month. You can walk, you can jog, but unless you step off, you never move forward. This is where it gets really interesting. Paying off high-interest debt gives you a guaranteed return. If your card charges 20%, paying it off is the same as earning 20% risk-free. No stock, no crypto, no hustle beats that. Action step. Identify your highest interest balance. Focus aggressively on one at a time. Ignore the noise. This is not about discipline. It's about removing a weight from your future self. Move number 3. Automating your finances. Look, willpower is overrated. According to research from Duke University, over 40% of daily decisions are habitual, not conscious. That includes money. When you rely on motivation, you fail. When you rely on systems, you win by default. Here's what most people don't realize. Automation turns good intentions into permanent behavior. According to Vanguard, investors who automate contributions outperform manual investors by 1 to 2% per year simply because they're consistent. Over 30 years, that difference can be hundreds of thousands of dollars. Action step: automate savings, automate investing, automate bill payments. One setup, years of benefit. You're not lazy, you're human. Move number 4. Learning basic financial literacy, once, properly. This one makes people uncomfortable because it implies responsibility. But let's be honest, most people spend 10 plus hours researching a phone, 0 hours understanding compound interest. According to FINRA, only 34% of adults can correctly answer basic questions about inflation, interest, and risk. Ignorance isn't neutral, it's expensive. Example: if you invest $300 per month starting at $25 instead of $35, assuming a 7% return, the difference by retirement is over $400,000. That's not hustle, that's timing. Action step: read one good personal finance book. Learn how interest actually works. Understand retirement accounts. This isn't about becoming an expert, it's about not accidentally sabotaging yourself. Move number 5. Buying reliability, not cheapness. Cheap feels smart until it breaks. AAA estimates the average unexpected car repair costs $600 to $1,200. But the real cost? Missed work, emergency borrowing, stress-based decisions. Here's what most people don't realize. Reliability reduces chaos. Chaos causes financial mistakes. This applies to cars, appliances, tools, even technology. Action step: pay slightly more for reliability. Avoid constant replacement cycles. Boring, durable choices quietly save you money for decades. Move number 6. Preventive health spending. Now people really hate this one. Dental cleanings, annual checkups, vision exams. The CDC estimates that preventive care reduces long-term medical costs by 20 to 30%. Skipping a $150 cleaning can become a $2,000 procedure. But here's the psychological angle. Medical debt causes people to stop saving, avoid investing, live in survival mode. One neglected health issue can derail years of progress. Action step: treat preventive care as non-negotiable. Budget for it. Protect your earning ability. Your body is an income-generating asset. Move number 7. Designing your environment to make saving easier. This is the sneakiest one. Your environment controls you more than motivation ever will. Behavioral economist Richard Thaler found that when saving is the default option, participation rates jump from 40% to over 90%. Same people, different setup. This is where it gets really interesting. Your brain avoids friction, so add friction to bad habits. Unsave card details. Delete shopping apps. Create waiting periods. And remove friction from good ones. Separate savings accounts. Auto transfers. Visual progress. Action step: redesign your financial environment once. Let it work quietly in the background. Addressing common objections. Now, you might be thinking, I don't make enough money for this to matter. Look, these moves matter more when money is tight. Another common one, I'll do this later when things calm down. They don't calm down on their own. Systems create calm. Waiting creates stress. Here's the big idea I want you to walk away with. Financial success isn't about grinding harder. It's about removing unnecessary resistance. These aren't flashy moves. They won't impress anyone at a party, but they quietly stack the odds in your favor year after year. You don't need perfect discipline. You need better defaults. If this video helped you think differently about money, hit the like button. It genuinely helps this reach people who need it. Subscribe if you want clear, honest financial education without the guilt or hustle nonsense. And here's your assignment. Pick one of these 7 today. Just one. Set it up once. Let it pay you back for years. I'll see you in the next one.